Well, it got daylight around 6:30, and probably an hour later I called my son on the radio and told him, let's get out of here. He asked why, and I asked if he heard the noise of someone banging on a tree, and he replied, no. That got me concerned. So I hurried up, got out of the tree, and hair standing up on my whole body. Got to my son, and we got the heck out of there. And we found somewhere else to hunt the rest of the year. The new place we hunted seemed okay, and had nothing happened there, but you can only get there by boat, and my boat is down for repair. Well, my son went to the old place where we had the previous experience, but my son isn't too sure about this Sasquatch stuff, even though he had eyes on one walking through a field probably 100 yards away, but still wouldn't admit how scared he was. Just flat out denial. And will not talk about it unless I really push him. He will describe what he say, but that's it. His description was 6 foot tall, covered in hair. Was definitely not a man. Walked, or really looked like it was gliding. He actually called me in a panic. He was asking me to come and get him, and he told me what he saw. I went and picked him up, and he was definitely alarmed. I drove around the area looking for it, but he was definitely not wanting to see it again. So back to this year, my son went out there to said hunting spot in the morning. Nothing happened. He said he seen a little buck out of range for archery. He went back out there that evening and got set up. And I thought I'll hit him up on the radio, so I had to drive a few miles south of my house to be able to reach him on the radio. By this time, there's probably an hour left of daylight, and this place is thick brush, and I mean thick. And this year, the pond is full, but he's hunting the edge of this pond that's shaped like a loose horseshoe. I think this is called an oxbow lake. So I get him on the radio, ask him if he's seen any deer. He replies no, but there's something big walking around in the pond breaking limbs and stuff. I told him to get his ass back to the parking lot. He said he's not concerned because it was staying away from him. I said, you're crazy. Well, he continues to hunt, and I keep him up on the radio until he decides to call it quits when it's dark. Well, while he was driving home, he called me and said whatever is in the water followed him out of there and was not being sneaky about it. Well, when he got to the parking lot, which is a boat ramp area, there were other hunters there telling him that they wouldn't hunt there, but wouldn't say why. Well, he sat in the parking lot to see if anyone would come out of where he was, but nope. He was apparently the only hunter later in there. I'll get it. I'm doing as smooth as I can. You guys all right? Now, he might be a little convinced now. I think I might have pissed Sasquatch off probably around 2011. And wondering if that would be passed on to my son. 15 people seen it too.